that refreshments are available in your kitchen. And now, your feature presentation.
Aha! Welcome! Hopefully the microphone is working and the audio output is working because we're pro streamers here. Yeah, everything looks good. All right, perfect.
It's working. I heard you.
Welcome to episode 2 of Neverwinter. Last we left off, our adventurers on their way from Serloon to Mulhessen ran into a caravan that was attacked and had the Acquisitions Incorporated logo on it. And as they were heading, they're about an hour out from Mulhessen, and as they were heading, pushing through to Mulhessen, their turtle friend, Turtle friend, pushed a button on the caravan, raising this canvas canopy up over the caravan, and that's where we're going to pick up today's episode. So, you're sitting there in the caravan, and you're about an hour out. That might be a bit loud, sorry.
It sounds refreshing.
It's a pretty nice day out. It's actually getting to be close to evening.
It's a pretty nice day out. It's almost close to evening time. I can tell because the sun is on the other side. See?
I
Thank
see.
you.
Stunned everyone to silence.
You smell that?
She sucks the joy out of everything and just
Smells
leaves it
like
for
mud.
herself.
Really, I couldn't get past all the blood that's still in the air from the fight.
Oh, well, you should probably clean yourself off. That's probably why you can smell it. Do you need help? I can help.
I think I'll wait till we get to the city.
Sure. I'll take a
Oh.
if you-
Okay. She like prestidigitation the blood back. It's not really blood. I can't make blood. It just looks like it.
I think
Oh.
it's in different locations now, actually.
It's a good thing I wear
Sorry.
a red shirt.
I can fix it.
No, it's fine. No, and she's already doing it.
It's like moving from over here now.
You're already doing the magic-y thing. All right.
Oh, wait! And she turns it into a butterfly. Oh, I know. Not a butterfly. An octopus. It doesn't look like an octopus. I just want you to know. It's probably like a cuttlefish or something.
I appreciate the nautical theme.
She looks at Rook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're missing a couple of tentacles, but yeah, that
Those are the eyes, right?
nailed it.
She like adds more eyes.
As you're having this conversation, I need everyone to roll a perception check. As a shadow is kind of starting to kind of loom over the caravan.
Oh.
13.
You notice
16.
the shadow. Oh, you notice a little bit more.
7.
All right. You don't notice. You're looking at
You're
your
looking at your shirt.
Yeah,
prestidigitation, changing
it's like-
shapes.
Just trying
Oh.
to figure out what animal it is now.
Wait, guys, everybody roll some shit on fucking D&D Beyond. You can see it.
Yeah, did you see that? That was
New
pretty
update.
That
cool.
is so cool.
Hey.
So you notice, not Faye, Lyra.
Lyra.
Oh, I got
Like a
18.
leer.
Lyra.
If I
Yeah, he got an 18. I saw it.
Lyra, you see a shadow run over the caravan. The other two, Arden and
Let's
Rook.
go.
You notice that the shadow is connected to a shape that is looming over the trees, and as you kind of reach your eyes up, you see this enormous, towering, 50-foot tall squirrel.
Oh. I got it right.
Who is munching on an acorn and just looking around. and little pieces of the acorn are falling down, and they're massive. They're huge chunks, like little boulders coming down.
Lyra's like, did you guys see the squirrel? She's like hanging over the side of the cart, like looking for it.
I will grab her head and point it up.
Oh.
It's something there you don't see every day.
Is that real?
What are you all looking at?
I grab her head.
Yeah, me too!
Oh, okay, that's what y'all are looking at.
And I need everyone
That's
to
massive.
make a dexterity saving throw as one of those chunks of acorn comes falling down,
already.
smashes into the ground in front of the cart, and causes the
thank
cart to rock.
I got a 19.
You stay in the cart.
15.
You stay in the cart.
18.
You stay in the cart. Lyra?
Lyra? Sorry, Lyra.
You are bounced out of the cart and onto your butt in the middle of the road as the cart hops over that boulder and you are laying there.
Joke's on you. I wanted to go see the squirrel.
Well, lucky for you, the squirrel has looked down and it has its eyes on you.
She's like laying down still, by the way.
I'm like, I don't know if that's a good stream or a bad stream.
She's holding up like a loaf of bread.
The squirrel begins to kind of bend and arch downwards, its little nose kind of twitching up and down. You can see the whiskers are like the length of this caravan begin to kind of twitch up and down. And then it poofs into bubbles. And you see this squirrel flailing and flipping down from this 50-foot fall that it's doing. And it's falling right towards you. Please make a sleight of hand check to catch the squirrel.
15!
So yeah, it's flipping and flying, and you reach up and you catch the squirrel just before it reaches the ground. As you're laying on your back, so you kind of reach up.
Yay!
She drops the bread.
On her face. It's just a miracle that the squirrel even landed in her hands. It's like a Tom Brady throw. Like,
And the squirrel kind of skitters and tries to get out of your grasp.
oh no! She like puts down.
And it scurries off into the woods, climbs up trees.
She like sits up and like looks back. I got it! And it's not big anymore! And it went that way!
Am I the only one that thinks this trip has gotten very strange since we left?
Oh, it is very
I-
strange.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I have been debating going back, because
Oh,
this
well-
is just a little...
Rook, here. Let's put this on the table. You don't go back, and I'll buy the first round of drinks.
Oh no, I'm staying. Numbers is good. I'm just saying that I'm not used to this.
Oh, neither am I, but, a drink at the end of the night, and it makes all of it, just fade into the background, and you'll be fine.
Yep, no, I'm definitely drinking a few more rounds.
Olo? It was Olo, right? The turtle? Olo?
Yes.
He
Yes.
turns his head, almost like an owl again. My drinks too.
Yeah, Olo, you've been perfectly fine, driving us along this fine trail and dealing with Lyra.
Yeah, she'll want to get in.
Oh, yeah, Lyra.
She's already there.
Oh,
Oh.
I didn't see you there.
And he snaps the reins of the horse, and the cart takes off again. And the
Are there
rest...
any,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying, is there any like I kind of want to just get off the cart. And I was like, you guys, I want to make sure there's no more surprises.
Good luck.
And I will kind of hop off the cart and it's like, you guys can continue at the normal space. I'll be able to keep up. And I want to head into the thick of the forest and find a decent enough tree to climb up and sort of get a high vantage and see up afar if there's any more giant like normals that's supposed to be normal sized animals anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, you use your special feature. You get up on that tree, easy peasy. It's not even a task for you. It's just like breathing. You up on top of a tree, and you're able to see Mulhessen in the distance. You're probably only about half hour out at this point, and you can't see anything that would cause a disturbance. You can see the road clear as day all the way to Mulhessen, and there doesn't seem to be any blocks. Everything looks clear. Nothing odd or unusual sticks out to you.
I don't believe you, Joe, but I'll get down and
You were right not to believe.
and catch up to the caravan.
Okay.
And
you hop onto the caravan, and as you approach the town, the sun begins to set, and day becomes night. As you're entering into this town of Mulhessen, there are no border walls around this town. There's no. It's not a protected town. It just kind of sits in this crossroad. There's the road that you're coming on, which is called the Belduc Road, intersects with the Way of the Manticore, which is a road that runs east and west and heads in both directions. Your plan was to head west after getting on this. Your plan was to head west after Mulhessen on the Way of the Manticore towards Neverwinter. So you come into town and you see that as you're pulling up on this road, the town kind of splits, and on the other side of that T intersection, there is a fountain, and further north from there is what looks like used to be a temple. You can see that there's a tavern/inn on the western side of the town, just south of the intersection. And there are a couple other residential buildings, a blacksmith, and it looks like some kind of general store. It doesn't look like it's a very large town. Looks like this town was built up around this intersection as kind of a trade stop.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm very interested in what may be or may have been a temple just past the fountain.
I'll join you.
Sure,
Think there's
we can go
gods in
check
there?
that out.
We'll find out if there's gods in there or not.
Turns his head around. Olo says, I'm gonna park the caravan at the general store, and then I'm gonna head over to the tavern. You
Sounds
owe
a
me
lot
a
like
drink.
Doug.
Told ya. First round's on me. I will definitely get around for everybody.
Oh, is the halfling still with us too?
The halfling was kind of riding along with you, yes, on that dire wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So Olo begins to kind of park the cart, and he's very slow moving. He just kind of gets off and...
When we're getting out, looking at the canvas that has overcome the back of the cart, is there an Acquisitions Incorporated logo on it?
There is not an Acquisitions Incorporated logo on it. What you see is a ship with 3 sails and 3 waves underneath.
Is this particular logo anything that I've seen before?
Roll a history check. I don't know that would be history as it's recent, but we'll go ahead and go with history.
Oh, it's not very good. That is a 5.
Okay. Yeah, it's not anything that you recognize right off the bat, no.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to roll history, yes. If you see that logo and you would like to try and figure out what it is.
I got a 19.
This is actually a fairly new company. It's a shipping and trading company called Four Winds, which is funny because it's got 3 sails and 3 waves, but it's called Four Winds. And it's a fairly new company.
Yeah, I think this is a new shipping company. The Four Winds.
All right.
Not sure where they were going with this graphic, but yeah.
Maybe they're the fourth wind.
Yeah. But lead the way, Faye.
All right. Heading out to the temple.
Okay. As you cross the main road there, it's a fairly wide road. This is actually a fairly busy tradeway, so it's actually like a 4-lane road. It's pretty thick, the one that runs east to west. But as you cross that and you get over, you see that the fountain has kind of dried up. The stone is there, it's kind of moss covered, but there's no water in the center part, and there's definitely no moving water in it. And as you're standing there looking towards the temple, the wooden doors are ajar, and they're kind of like slightly off, like one of the hinges might have broken, and it's just kind of popped open, and the doors are off-angled. There doesn't seem to be any light coming from it, and as the sun is setting, it is starting to get kind of dark out here.
Well, I've got dark vision, so I'm good. Does this look like it's happened fairly recently, like it was, maybe ransacked, or just over time falling to disuse and things like that?
From initial appearance and looking at it, it doesn't look like it's been forced open or anything like that. It does look like it's just been abandoned, not used.
All right, I want to go into the abandoned temple and see what deities were worshipped.
Okay. As you approach and kind of slide the door open enough to get in through the opening, you kind of feel that it kind of scrapes along the bottom, like it is definitely off one of the hinges, and you have to kind of push it along.
Oh, Lyra's gonna help. Like, that's what she's gonna be doing, is just like, I'm gonna fix this, and I'm gonna
I kind of just want to shoulder it to where it just breaks off entirely.
Roll a strength check.
Fix it.
Can I use athletics?
How are you using athletics to do that? Describe your action.
Full body motion against it, trying to break it off the hinges.
Okay, like a hockey body check kind of thing? Okay.
Totally like a body check.
Go for
it. So that is an 18.
Okay. So as you slam your upper shoulder and chest into the door, you hear that wood kind of scrape along the bottom for about an inch, and then you hear that metal creak and then pop as the door kind of wobbles, and then begins to fall and smashes up against the inside wall, and then boom, topples down, and it has made a large, loud, ruckus noise as it echoes through the halls of this abandoned temple and out into the town of Mulhessen.
It's fine. We can all get in now. It's just ease of access. All right.
We seem to have attracted a lot of attention with this.
Arden, as you look around, there is one person outside right now, and it's Olo, and he is making the trek very slowly. He's about 3/4 of the way across the road towards the tavern, and he just kind of slowly turns his head and then just goes back to walking across the street.
Okay.
I know not to take you on any more stealth missions with me.
This wasn't stealth, it's abandoned?
No, but subtlety is still nice.
Whatever. I'm going in and I'm checking out the deities.
Okay. As you're standing in there, there's a little tiny foyer that you're in. It's probably like a 10 by 10 little vestibule area. And then it kind of, there's a room directly in front of you. You can see the door is broken down. It's been decayed to the point where it's no longer there, and pieces of it are kind of on the ground. And in that room, because you have dark vision, you can see that there's a table in the center of the room with 4 chairs, and there are bookshelves along 2 of the walls. The rest of the temple seems to spread outwards, east and west, and you can see down towards the west, as you look, there seems to be more rooms that are tucked south, and then if you look to the east, you can see what used to be a stained glass door. All the stained glass has since been broken and shattered and lays in pieces on the floor, but the wrought iron door itself is still there, and it is also swung open. And beyond that, you can see this is the sanctuary of the temple. There's a lot of decrepit, falling down pews, and in the far corner is the pulpit.
All right, that's where I'd be heading, is towards the sanctuary and the pulpit, trying to figure out, discern any sort of iconography to any of the gods.
Okay. What is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 12.
Mine is 14.
Okay. So you head in that direction. Is anybody following her?
Yeah, I'm just keeping Faye company.
Okay. As you pass through the iron, you get this chill, the sense of like, it's not a breeze, it's just cold air as you pass across the threshold into the sanctuary. Once you've passed into the sanctuary, that chill is no longer there. So it's kind of like passing through this pocket of cold air. Faye, as you're looking at the pulpit, you see that there are 2 torn banners that used to hang there, and one of them is completely missing. There's no fabric, but on the right-hand side, a lot of the fabric that has ripped away is laying crumpled in the corner.
All right, gonna look at it.
Yeah. As you pull it up and kind of fluff it out, it's very damp and dank, and you get this fluff of like what you assume is probably spores or something of mold.
Eating bacteria.
It's a bit musty. You know, we got that on the ship too. It's fine.
And
This
as
is
you're
the start of the hitting.
as you're pulling that up, you notice that there is an embroidered symbol on it, and it is a sun with 7 rays. It's like a half-circle sun with 7 rays.
Okay. Can I make a religion check to see who it is?
Yes, you can. The DC on this is only 12 because it's a fairly common religion.
I've got players got an idea, but I want to just make sure. And that's a 12.
All right. You would
By the
know
way,
that.
Joe,
Yes, go ahead.
Apparently, I got 20 gold pieces.
Nice. You got 20 gold pieces from
Kikar.
Kikar. Okay. Thanks, Kikar. Well, I shouldn't be thanking you. I'm sure
Thank you,
Ronald thanked
Kikar.
Make sure you notate that on your inventory. That is free gold for you to spend at your convenience. Oh yeah,
Guess
12.
drinks are on you tonight.
What? I found nothing.
So you recognize this as the symbol of Lathander.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure.
Divination magic.
Alright, so the thunder makes sense. Sun god, travel god in this town makes sense. She looks around a little bit more, but her main curiosity has been sated, so she's just gonna go start exploring the other rooms that she saw, mainly the books.
Okay. As you go into the library area, Rook, are you following behind her as well?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you cross through that threshold, you get that chilled air as you pass through it.
I kind of grab Faye's shoulder for a hot second. Hold on. And I like look at the threshold, and I like kind of do. I put my hand in it to kind of test. Is it?
Yeah, if you put your hand where the threshold is at, you feel that cold air, and then when you pull it out, it's normal temperature. There's probably about a 20-degree difference. It's a very noticeable difference. And Faye, as he's pointing that out, you're more than welcome to, and you would, if that's pointed out to you, you would notice that.
Strange. I didn't notice this earlier.
Like Rook is like, I don't. How did you not notice this? But yeah, that usually doesn't precede anything good. But let's make sure everyone stays on their P's and Q's.
I mean, the worst thing that I've done here was break open a door to a holy sanctuary, so I haven't done any disrespect other than that, so I think I'm fine.
I'm not talking about divine wrath, but that's good to know.
Okay.
Like where's Lyra? Or sorry,
Outside.
Lyra.
She's outside trying to clean up and dust, and she's very, very upset.
She's concerned about the door.
She's concerned that this place is all shitty and dirty. Like she's
just
been living inside of a temple for like the last few years.
She's just going around to like every area and prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
In the
It's so
southwest
dusty.
corner of the vestibule, if you're in that area, you find an old decrepit broom, straw broom, just laying up in the corner.
Do you think she'd want that?
Couldn't help but give it to her to help situate it. I'll go hand it to her, and I'll take the broom and take it over to Lyra.
Okay.
Lyra.
Arden, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Timing.
Trying not to sneeze. She stirred up too much dust. I'm kind of keeping an eye on everybody, and especially Lyra, because she's freaking out over here.
Okay. If you're outside keeping an eye on the town, you would notice two individuals come out of one of the houses and walk across the street and enter the tavern. These individuals look human. They look like they have... one of them has kind of long hair pulled back into a ponytail and kind of pulled down. The other one has like this mop, like a bowl cut, where it's short along the sides, and then it's just like this like mop of hair on top. In the dark, you're not really sure what color the hairs are, but they look like they're decently presentable, wearing commoners' clothes. They just seem to be talking to each other as they cross the road.
Lyra, you want to use this?
Oh, that'll help. It's spotless from magic, and now she's like dusty, and it's just getting everywhere. It's actually worse. I just don't understand why someone would just let it get this bad. I know that animals have to live in here, and spiders and little tiny bugs, but this is no place to keep stuff, and especially for someone like Lathander. It's not very good.
As she's literally walking, I'm slowly walking away.
I do wonder why they would let the temple get like this, because Lathander is pretty popular, yeah?
Well, he's the morning lord, so I like mornings. They have really pretty sunrises, and it makes the sky pink and purple. It reminds me of home.
It's very odd, but I'm thinking what it was is that his priest or whoever was overseeing this temple didn't have an acolyte to take over after Lathander called him back. Travel new roads. But I mean, it doesn't seem like it's been, ransacked. Like, you still have the books here. Though the worst that I've seen so far was the missing tabard and the shattered glass.
And the broken door. But...
That was me, and the Morning Lord, I'll pray to him later. It'll be fine.
Maybe we should leave this place a little bit better than the way we found it. And then maybe Lathander will come back.
I did. I opened it up for free airflow, so it'll get all the must out. It'll be fine.
That's really a good idea. Unless it gets dusty and windy and then it goes inside.
Let's not think about it. Let's focus on the positives.
That's right. It's a good idea. I know that I can continue fixing this up.
All right, I'm going to go check out the books. Rook, you still going to hang with me?
I'm literally like waiting at the hall. Like,
She looks over to Rook and then like looks back and he's already there. All right.
Okay, so as you cross the threshold into this room, you get that same sense of chilled air. But this time it seems to kind of move with you for about a foot before stopping. Like the air seems to continue to be cold and then it stops and you walk out of it. And as you enter into the room, you see that there is a long wooden table. One of the legs of the table has rotted out, which makes the table kind of lie at a funky angle. And there are 4 chairs. There are stacks and stacks of books on the table that have been stacked up and opened up and lay open, as well as books all along the shelves. But they seem decayed. In fact, as you kind of lean in and look over, and again, it's dark in here. There's no natural lighting. You have dark vision, so you can kind of see this, but it's all in gray tones.
Yeah.
You look at the ink, and it's been these books have been open and exposed to the elements for so long that the ink itself has kind of faded, and the pages look like if you touch any of these books on the table, they will just
Crumple. I don't know if you'd allow this, but could I roll an insight on the cold feeling that, since I'm noticing it only as we're passing through, like, the bordered areas. Could I roll an insight on that to see what, like, if it's giving me any ideas or anything like that?
I'll let you go ahead and roll an insight check, yes.
this feels sinister.
This feels familiar.
That's a 5.
Must be the AC.
Yeah.
Pocket of cold air. You are in an ancient ruin.
Stupid vent blowing right on me.
Like the decrepit temple. So
There's got to be a crack somewhere.
Yeah, very well could have been. It's very noticeable, not a breeze. It's just a pocket of cold air. But
Right. I'm not getting any sort of spidey sense on it. That's okay.
Yeah.
Rook wouldn't know anything about undead or cold spots or anything, so.
Joe.
Yes, Lyra.
Would Lyra know anything specifically about the Morning Lord?
Roll a religion.
I get to use my binder. It has Lyra on it, and then it also has these
Little suns.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it's Neverwinter.
Hey! Hey!
I love me.
See what you did there.
I appreciate it.
11.
You are familiar with Lathander and what that religion entails, the mourning, the traveling, and stuff like that, but it's not something you're highly familiar with. It's not one of the things that you...
What about offerings?
Again, it's not something you frequently deal with. You know of the deity, you know what it kind of stands for, but that's about it.
Okay.
All right.
If I can find my thing.
Not my god. I didn't pray for him.
I'm pretty sure the rest of the rooms are just rooms, so perhaps we just go meet Orlo at the tavern.
There's so much work to be done.
We can spend more time here. It doesn't have to be all in one night.
But we have to go in the morning, don't we?
We do, and it'd be better to take a rest and be ready to move on in the morning than to finish with the temple. Lathander is a god of roads and traveling. He would
stay.
No. Lyra.
It's just like home. See, I can sleep over there. And,
Lyra.
This is
He's a
clean
god
over
of
here.
traveling we go and we get prepared to travel, and we honor him in that way, and we head on to the new dawn.
But what about travelers that come here and are seeking refuge?
I can leave a couple of gold here for them to help rebuild the temple. It'll be fine.
Her eyes just like just stop listening and just looking like over your shoulder.
Just gonna put an arm around her and lead her to the tavern.
But
It'll be fine.
so
It's not going anywhere, Lyra.
She like looks back.
Like I'll walk up beside her and I was like, and plus, I wouldn't want to not hang out with my friend anymore.
huh?
I would miss out hanging out with you.
You should come with me, and then I will have an adult.
Lyra, you are an adult.
That's not what the clerics at the temple kept telling me. They made it very clear. But that's okay. Elves mature later than humans do. Or
How old are you?
oh, you know, just like 120.
Carried a 4. Aren't you already an adult in elven years?
Yeah, well, I did hit my head a lot. I used to climb trees, but in the Feywilds, the trees are a lot bigger and better. And when you fall off a tree, you can die. Well, sometimes I guess you can die here if there's a really big tree. She's like looking at the trees.
We're literally guiding her.
Yeah, we're just...
Yeah, she's not paying attention to anywhere she's walking.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm the one that's guiding the walking, as Rook is like guiding the conversation to keep her mind off the temple.
Alright.
You know, in the Feywilds, we believe that if you cut down a tree, you'll never know how big it will be, and that's just a shame.
Right. Well, I can teach you a better way to climb trees so that you don't have to fall very often.
That would really help with hunting.
At this point, you're walking through the door of the tavern. And
Oh, now this is a scene I remember.
it does seem quite lively here. It's like the entirety of the settlement of the town comes here at night just to unwind. It's more like a common room than it
They
is
ain't got nothing else fucking
a
going on.
tavern.
Is Orlo already here?
Olo is sitting
Oh,
at
yeah.
a table with the gnome that he traveled with. You also see at the bar is a silver dragonborn who is tending to the bar. He looks very experienced. And you also see an individual sitting at a corner with like 5 or 6 people gathered around him. You can't really see anything other than a full lock of red hair just like pulled back. It's really poofy on top and then pulled back. And every once in a while, his hands get flung out because he speaks with his hands, so he's like telling a story of some sort. And you can see these very, very pale hands flying around telling the story, and everybody's like entranced. You can hear the oohs and the ahs. And you see another person who seems to be very, very happy and like buying drinks for everyone that's around and like just wandering around the bar. She's blonde hair pulled back and it's kind of wavy and curly, and she's wearing a black dress, as well as like a black veil that's been pulled back and black gloves. And she's just like cheery and jumping around the bar from person to person, hugging them and buying drinks, and it's definitely a scene.
Okay.
Rook would probably make his way towards the Mr. Storyteller and see what's going on over there.
Okay.
Me too.
Faye is going towards Olo and the halfling.
Okay. So Faye, you walk across the bar and you meet Olo, and he looks up very slowly. Ah, my drink, I'm thirsty.
And if there's a, is there a barmaid going around, or does it, go up to the bar, grab your drinks, go back to your
Go
table?
up to the bar, grab your drinks.
All right. You fine with just an ale, or are you looking for something particular?
Ale would be fantastic, thank you.
And then Faye looks over to the halfling. Ale for you, or did the pears set you off for a while?
She's kind of like got her head kind of down. And she's, I'm good, thank you.
All right. And then Faye will go to the bar up to the Dragonborn and order enough for the entire party.
Okay. He doesn't seem very forthcoming with conversation, but he seems friendly enough that if you were to engage him in conversation, he would probably entertain it. But if you're not saying anything, if you're just ordering your drinks, he just quietly gathers up the drinks.
I'll probably be back for a conversation after I've had a few tankards, but this is fine for now.
I look forward to it.
And how much gold will that put me back?
For ales?
Yeah, or
10 copper.
Oh, 10 copper. Okay, cool. I will hand it to him and then just go back to the table.
Yeah, Faye, we're not on the Sword Coast. We don't pay Sword Coast prices out here.
Like, look,
Just don't get the craft stuff.
where I came from, everything was imported. We had to pay shipping taxes on everything. It was very not good for ale unless you made it yourself, and that was just shite.
What's shipping taxes?
It's what
Exactly.
pays me.
So you head back over and you set the tray, and Olo welcomes you to sit with him. And he's a very slow person, so he reaches out very slowly, grabs the tankard.
Oh
just
man,
seems to-
he's like that sloth.
Sloth from
fucking
Zootopia.
yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Oh man, amazing.
At least he talks slightly faster.
Yeah, that's true. That would fucking
Bro, it
kill
took-
me
it
as
took
a
it-
player.
It took that dude like half a century to get a sentence out.
On close inspection, Faye did buy one for Virna, but she's like got those two like in both of her hands. She's probably just gonna like double chug.
All right. We'll come back to that. As you approach the table with the young gentleman whose arms are flailing, you start to hear the story that is being told of a battle between this individual and a Dracolich.
God damn it! Go on. Don't look at me, Ronald.
I'm not looking. Go on, Joe.
And as you approach, you see that this person has mutton chops and is very hairy, and he's got bright green eyes, and he's wearing a plaid shirt. And it's suddenly Doug, as he is telling this exorbitant story about battling with a Dracolich in another life, in another dimension. Some of the people are cheering him on, and, yeah, that's awesome, yeah, I believe you, man. And others are just like, he's so full of shit, but it's so good, it's entertaining. They all seem to be enthralled and really enjoying the story.
Okay. Being that I didn't see Doug when he came and saved the party, I don't know who this guy is. But I'm assuming, Lyra, you've seen him before, right?
He's got like fucking anime eyes, all enthralled into this story, and she's like, he saved us. He did. He really is. He's a hero.
And as you're getting giddy, he stops the story and looks up, and he suddenly gets this like sunken like posture, and I'm sorry, I need to go now. And everybody kind of like, oh no, Doug. And you feel this like aura kind of like fall off the crowd, and everybody seems to start dispersing as this individual gets up from the chair.
Oh, Lyra like gets over. She's like, thank you. It was really, really, really nice of you. you should have a gift for traveling.
Oh,
She's
no. No gifts. I just do what I'm told.
Well, who told you to save us then?
I am not at liberty to say.
Yes, you are.
She's like looking for chains.
Lyra, what do you mean he saved us?
Oh, back there. And where were you?
I was chasing down the bandit captain.
Oh, well, you remember when there was all the blood everywhere?
Yeah, I thought you did that.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Well, as long as you promise not to tell anyone I told you. Uncle Chris told me to save you. And he's gonna start shuffling off.
What does that even mean?
Do I know someone with a persona named Uncle Chris? Like history check or something? Or
I'm pretty sure that's my Uncle Chris.
That is the person that donated to summon Doug the first time.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Chris is the one who told him to save you.
Oh, thanks,
okay.
Uncle Chris.
Well, whenever I see Uncle Chris, I will not tell him that you said anything.
Yeah, it's best you don't.
It was very nice meeting you.
Have a
She's like shaking his hand.
And he walks out the front door.
He was very nice.
Yeah, that's a word. I look for the happy lady that was hopping to person. Is she still here?
She is still,
lady.
yeah. She's running all over the bar, just buying drinks. Again in that black outfit, just super happy. She's just elated. She seems to be in a very good mood. Very aware of her situation. She does not seem to be inebriated. She's moving too gracefully and too energetically to be drunk.
Does her outfit like look ritualistic, like, you know, religious or any way?
You can go ahead and roll a religion check, but I'm gonna tell you that it's not. It's more like nobility, like a very like rich regal black dress. You can see some like dark gray lace outline and everything.
It's a waste of an 18, but okay. Does it look like a famous noble family or anything? Like any?
There's no
crests?
real identifying marks to the dress or anything. There's no crest or anything. What did you roll? You said an 18?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was a religion check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think with that'd give you enough to kind of identify this more as a like funeral rites kind of dress, like she has recently been to or come from a funeral or is planning to go to a funeral at some point. But this is some kind of respectful funeral attire.
I say low to myself, like not loud enough for Lyra to hear, but either she is happy her husband's dead, or this is just a weird cultural way of celebrating death. But
Not both.
At this point, Arden, she comes up to you with a beer in both hands, and she sloshes one over to you, Arden, and says, "Here, have one on me. I'm celebrating."
Thank you. What are you celebrating?
Cheers! And she holds up the glass.
I will take it.
And as she clinks, she says, I heard word that my ex-boyfriend is, he's no longer with us. He was killed in a wyvern attack. You know, he was a poacher.
He was a poacher. Was he trying to poach a wyvern? Because that doesn't seem very good.
Yeah. The dumbass took the eggs and left. He was gonna leave me high and dry, but that's all right. I had insurance thanks to Acquisitions Inc. And she clinks the glass and
You bastard, Joseph!
why are you so angry?
I don't know. It was like a weird, like, cold spot just came over me.
Is she in her summer?
Yeah. Somehow that guy, you know, the guy, his whole grave just catches on fire.
But yeah, I will go join our friends at the table. Seeing that our drinks are now ready.
Yeah, Faye just as Rook sits down, slides a tankard over to him.
Is it full or is it half of it?
I haven't drank out of Rook's.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Just all the other ones.
Yeah, basically. Anyone besides Rook who wasn't sitting at the table already, it's probably had a few sips taken out.
It's okay, I got another one.
I down it. Especially after seeing a gigantic squirrel today. It's not,
There's not much to talk about a gigantic squirrel, just, knock a few back.
It wasn't a gigantic squirrel. It was just a little squirrel inside of a lot of bubbles.
Or it was a big squirrel turned into a little squirrel with a lot of bubbles.
Lyra, I'm gonna be honest with you. Neither one of those are any good.
Olo's gonna...
It couldn't have been a giant squirrel. Because then the trees would be bigger.
What about the giant acorn? Where'd that come from?
Maybe it got big with the squirrel.
I've seen things like that before.
Is that common in this area?
No. But there are some wild magic sorcerers who happen to do stuff like that on accident.
We wouldn't know anything about that, would we?
I shift my gaze over to Lyra.
Lyra's just staring at the table.
Faye is dead stare at Lyra as she says that.
I'm sure you'll run into more of that on the way of the Manticore. There's lots of people traveling on that road, and wild magic sorcerers could be among them.
She's shrinking.
I put my arm around her. I was like, "That's okay. We got our own mage here, and she can take care of us."
Oh, I am not a mage. I'm a book person.
So a wizard, which is a mage.
That's okay. Be proud. My friend, what's her name?
Vera.
Lyra.
I haven't even finished it yet. Vera's a nerd too. You look at Vera and she's kind of nursing her stomach and she just looks up. She seems to be still wrecked on those peaches.
I'm like, but I saw you do magic. Aren't you a mage?
A kind of. Not on purpose. Well, sometimes, like this. And she casts prestidigitation on the table, makes a butterfly on the table.
Out of ale.
Spilled ale.
Yeah, it's like the trick you did with the blood, and she points to the now dried blood on the armor.
That looks like an octopus.
Yeah.
With extra eyes and not enough feet.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like you any different if you're a mage or anything.
Of course.
You're a friend. We're supporting.
It is not very common to see mages, though, out and about. Just putting it out there.
I can understand why.
And you're still our friend, Lyra. Don't get that wrong. We're not gonna turn you in or anything. Hell, if we turn you in, I've gotta be turned in too.
I lean in. It's like, don't worry, I'll turn her in first.
She's our friend.
Oh yeah, no, that I know that. I'm just saying, I would turn her in first before I would turn you in.
Turn her into what? I can't do that kind of magic. I don't know how.
I just pat her in the head and say, it was a joke, and it was a bad one. I'm sorry.
No, it was probably a good one.
Just drinks and go.
All right.
And I go get everyone the next round.
I'll get some water.
He says 10 copper. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give him a gold piece because I only have.
Is it really crowded in here, Joe?
It is for a little while, but after about 2 hours, it'll start to settle down.
Lyra's gonna take the pitcher of water. She's gonna go take it outside.
Okay.
She'll be right back.
She's gonna go to the temple. Somewhere in those 2 hours of there still being a lively crowd, Faye would try and start a tavern singing of sea shanty while everyone's drunk.
Okay, roll a charisma or performance.
I am decent at those. And the rolls are not with me, so that's only a 6.
So most of the bar just looks at you odd, but you get like 3 drunk people to join in, and none of the stuff that they're singing matches. They're just shouting and hollering in unison with you.
I figured, we're
Seeing Faith fail, I will make a fool of myself, and I will put one foot on top, like Captain John,
Captain Morgan.
foot on the table. Yeah, Captain Morgan, and start singing equally as louder than her, and see if I can get everyone to start.
Roll your performance.
Why, when he was a young warthog.
I got a 14. I got a 14.
You get on there and you're even louder. When I was a young warthog.
Yeah, you get up there, and a couple people take notice, and they start to kind of join in with the drunkards. And about 5 minutes after you guys start, some of the other bar, like about half the bar, is singing along with you.
all right. I'm happy with this.
Arden, what are you doing?
I slap her in the back and was like, "There, happy?"
Of course.
Oh, while they're singing their shanties or whatever they're doing, I'm gonna go and actually try to talk to the bartender,
Okay.
the Dragonborn. Be like, so what happened to the temple of Lathander over there?
Oh, many years ago, probably 20 years ago,
God damn. Sorry.
the priest of Lathander died, and he did not have a successor to take care of the temple, and it just kind of went unattended.
Okay, well, that was not nowhere near as entertaining a story as I hoped.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It just seemed like, a strange temple. Maybe there was some kind of weird thing that happened and the dude didn't show up, or, he disappeared one day. That's all.
No, it was a temple that was used quite often before the priest died.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome, and have a good evening. Will you be staying here at the inn?
Yes, I believe we will.
Okay, well, you'll want to buy your rooms here in the next couple hours, because I will be closing the pub.
Okay. How many rooms do you have available?
Looks behind him on a key rack, and you see that there are 3 keys hanging there. It appears that I have 3 left, but I cannot save them for you.
How much for the 3 of them?
It will be 30 gold.
Oof. Okay, well, never mind me paying for everybody.
30 gold? I don't know that because I'm not there. But
yeah, we'll come back to the table. So if we want to get the rooms, he has 3 rooms available, but they're 30 gold. It seems like a lot of money.
Are we buying the freaking honeymoon suite?
Look, what you do in the room is not up to,
No, why is
I'm
it
making
so
no judgment.
No.
You think I've got a chance with the broad in the black dress?
I think everybody has a chance with the black dress, to be honest with you.
No, I don't have to worry. I'm not worrying about it. If the rooms are that expensive, I'm not going to try and win over a woman.
I lean in. I was like, judging from her outfits, she seems like she would be able to afford the room herself. But if you need a wingman, deadpan.
I'm fine. She waits, and I'm thinking better of it. I'm not gonna agree with it in the morning if I'll slur on the road.
I slide her another drink. Oh, no. Come on.
Look, I don't need to be drunk, and I don't need a wingman if I want to get laid. It'll be fine.
All right.
Thank you for the offer. And she just takes the tankard and drinks it.
Not saying I'm gonna waste it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I'm like,
Yeah.
At
I appreciate it. No, you're good.
At this point, you see the front doors swing open, and you see 2 halflings walk in and come up to the front desk. And one of them is wearing like a really nice suit, and the other one is wearing a wedding gown.
Do they look like they're about to buy a room?
It looks like they're heading up there.
honeymoon suite.
They're about to buy 1 room, though, it looks like.
You would assume so.
Okay, I'm assuming 1 room, then I'm fine. If it was going to be more than 1. I'm going to keep an eye out to see if they're trying to buy more than 1.
They go up to the front desk, and they have a conversation with the Dragonborn, and he hands them a key.
Okay.
I will get up seeing this, and I will head over and pay for the other 2 rooms.
Okay, so it'll be 20 gold.
Thanks, Keycar.
Keycard bought you all rooms tonight.
Nicely done.
Down to 14 code. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And he grabs the keys and hands them to you.
All right. I hand Faye a key, and I hand Arden a key.
Guys and gals, then.
Yeah. I'm assuming Orlo, you do you already have a room?
I bought mine when I came in.
Oh.
Faye's just now looking around to see where Lyra went.
Lyra is not in the bar. Lyra. Sorry. You're gonna
Her
have to
name's
correct
still
me.
Lyra.
Lyra. It'll take getting used to, but
What do you call the instrument?
liar.
What the fuck?
I can spell, I can't speak.
So Lyra, while all this is going down, you walked out of the tavern. What were you doing?
I'm gonna take the water. I'm gonna clean the fountain, and then I'm gonna make a little sandwich with like the little rations she has, like the like hard salami and like hard cheese, and the bread from earlier the squirrel didn't take. She's gonna make a little sandwich, and she's gonna put it there, and then she's gonna take off her shoes and take off her socks and prestidigitation them, and she's gonna roll them up, and then she's gonna go with their little backpack and take out a blanket
And then she's going to put it there. And then she's just going to look for like any miscellaneous little things that she can spare from her travel stuff. And then she's going to put it in a little bag, like tie it up and leave it there. And then she's just going to like pour the water in there. And she's going to be like, "Dear Mr. Lathander, please help guide us on our travels so that there are no more giant squirrels." The end.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing happens in the vicinity of where you're at, but you do notice something.
The sandwich is gone.
God. Yes.
My sandwich.
She's gonna get up and like quickly clean off the area with like prestidigitation, like as much as she can, like on her way, and she's gonna head over towards the church. She's like, touch, 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 touch.
There's like random spots of clean amidst all this ruin.
She's looking up. Oh, that's a spider web. Sorry. Clean.
So as you enter in the church, you see some pretty interesting things, as I have described to you, but anybody else in the area would not see them.
What are they? Are they like in, are they like in their church area?
They're in the thresholds. Those little areas that you saw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna stand like is like they're in between the doors, right?
Mm-hmm. There seems to be a cloud of them as they kind of swirl around. They kind of look like a swarm of fireflies.
Yeah, she's gonna go over there like, ah.
Yeah, you hear whispers.
Can't she?
You can't really make out what they're saying, but they sound very childlike. And they sound like they're giggly and like kind of floating around all over your head.
She's like trying to grab them.
As you put your hands on them and open them up, they're not in there. Like they just seem to kind of. You swear you're putting them in there, but every time you open, there's nothing in there.
Yeah, and she's like kind of going in between the threshold, like seeing how far they'll follow, if they'll follow her or not. She's just really like, this is so cool.
They're just staying in the same like cloud area. So you're doing that for a while. Back to Faye and Rook and Arden. Faye, you look around and you notice that she is not there.
Ah, shite. She's probably back at the temple. When did we lose sight on Lyra? Anyone? I don't remember. I was too far in the drinks.
I saw her leave about 20 minutes ago. Did I have said something?
No, but thank you for saying something now, Olo.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Alright, I'll go get her.
No, it's fine. I'll get her since I'm sharing the room with her. It'll be fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to my room. Vera, come on. And he, like, slowly gets up and walks around and picks Vera up. And I've got an early morning dumping off my load at the general store. Ronald. As soon as it came out, I was like, somebody's gonna say something. Somebody's gonna say something.
Bit my lip so I didn't have to say anything.
I was trying very hard.
I was so close.
We're adults.
Oh, man.
We are adults.
I
So
literally
mature.
I literally went to go say something, and that's why it came out. Alright. I was like, honestly, I feel like I should go with you. That place kind of gave me the wrong vibes.
It's a church. Are you not a holy man?
Holy enough, but besides the ones I have. No, I just got the wrong feeling.
Was it the cold spots?
Yeah, that didn't feel right.
Oh, no, it didn't feel right at all. But I mean, overall, the place was very sanctified still. It did feel wrong to me. It still felt very much like a place of Lathander's grace. But yeah, let's go and retrieve her. Arden, you coming with us, or are you going to hold the fort here?
I'll come with you. We might as well all go.
I love that guy.
Okay. So as you're leaving the tavern, you notice there's only about 3 people in the pub area left.
Mm-hmm.
It's quieted down, and you leave and you walk across the street and north towards the temple. And as you cross the threshold into the temple, you see Lyra just kind of dancing about. Like the motions she's doing just doesn't make any sense. She's just dancing around.
I try to listen out for music.
She's like jumping between the threshold, like.
They definitely just kind of walks right up.
We didn't give her alcohol, did we?
I bought her one, but I'm pretty sure I drank it.
Lyra, you okay?
Hi,
What are you doing?
I'm dancing with my friends.
Lyra, there's no one here.
Oh, they look like little fireflies, or lightning bugs, or
I see
I
you, Rook, and Arden.
I walk up closer to where she is and I look around.
she's like jumping, like excited, and like it just goes again, like just jumps around in a circle.
Can I do it?
I don't know, guys. This just feels like, a Thursday to me.
Damn. Can we put that in the Discord? Can that be golden forever?
Can I do a perception check?
You're not gonna see anything. There's
Okay.
nothing there as far as you can see.
Did Lyra put her shoes back on?
Did Lyra take her shoes off?
She took off the socks when she was at
Shoes and
the...
socks and rolled them up.
That's right.
Oh no, she doesn't have her shoes back on.
Lyra, please step away from that area.
She's like shooing Rook away.
Is this in the area? Is this in the area where the broken glass was, or is she in a different doorway?
She's in the threshold where the library is at.
Okay.
And you did feel a cold spot there.
Yeah, I felt the cold spots in the 2 areas. I was just, if she's barefoot near where the stained glass door was and all the glass, be very concerning.
Shoo, they don't like you. She like pushes Rook away.
Okay. I kind of lean to Faye and Arden and was like, you guys don't see anything, right? Because I'm not seeing.
I don't see anything, but this is not really surprising. You've known her longer, I think, than any of us.
Lyra seems to be more in tune with a different world from the short spent that I've known her.
Maybe you are too. They like you. Come here.
All right.
Maybe you'll see them. Come on. And she like runs over and she's like hopping and she like grabs her hands and like like a really excited kid.
Faye just goes along with it. She's gotten used to Lyra at this point.
So
Jump.
you
They
feel
dance
that
down.
cold air as you're pulled into that pocket that you were in. And you start to feel like very frigid pinpricks all over your exposed skin.
You're not freezing. It's cold here, and she starts like actually shivering. Like you could hear like the slight chattering of her teeth.
She just shoves you as hard as she possibly with her -1 in strength. And
She moves.
no. And she's like swatting all over you, like no, I'm sorry, get out of the door. Get out of the door.
Faye just stumbles backwards out of all of this panic and starts warming up.
She's looking at the fireflies back at them like, what is...
Hey,
Is
we
there
were...
any we didn't cover, or is these just the 2 rooms that
We
went-
didn't go down the hallway that had all the rooms going southward, mainly because Faye felt that those were just like, rooms that, the priest or any wards of the temple would be staying in. Like, she felt like they were actually just like bed chambers and things like that, and she didn't think to go over there.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna walk down that and see what I see down that hallway. Because something's going on here.
Okay.
And
As you head down that hallway, you see that all the doors to the south are also decayed and off their hinges and kind of propped open so that you can see each room as you pass by. And they are indeed bed chambers. There are several beds that have different legs of the beds have kind of decayed, so the beds are all sitting weird. You see bugs that are kind of like in the old mattresses, and it smells dank and damp in each of the rooms. And as you're kind of looking, the last room on the very western side of this temple, you see in the center there's a chair that's been knocked over, and you can see very clearly a dark hole, a square hole in the center of the room.
guys, is the door like open wide, or is it just like ajar?
Yeah, the doors have kind of like fallen off the hinges and just lay up against the walls on the inside, so you can easily see inside. And
Okay, I will look in and kind of step into the threshold. Uh-oh, he's getting notes, guys. Something's about to happen to me.
Oh.
You've activated my trap card.
God damn it. I drew my less pathetic card.
okay, so you cross into the threshold, and
I don't like that music.
Wait a minute.
I am.
Do you guys
Not
hear boss
comfortable.
music? I don't think that's good.
Rook just disappeared into that door.
you see there's
Why
a
did they quick
flickering light from inside the hole, and as you kind of peer down, you see that there's a staircase that leads down,
Guys!
and you can very clearly hear sounds coming from below.
Okay, then I wouldn't say God that loud.
Yeah, you can very clearly hear what sounds like scraping and moving. There's something down there that's moving around, and the flickering light is something very similar to candle or torch light.
It's a cuttlefish. Got you. I back up out of the door frame and just like wave them to come down, but
Sorry. Someone said Barovia beckons to Electric Boogaloo.
That's me.
Love it. Sorry. I mute myself, guys.
But yeah, I would motion for everyone to
All
come,
right.
but quietly.
We'll go down, see what's going on.
I'll make sure that Lyra joins us.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go down there, guys.
And we can
Where-
see lights down there.
You can see as you look down, there's a staircase that leads down, and you can see what looks like torch or candle light flickering. It's bright enough that
okay.
you can see the entire staircase, so whatever is down there has some sort of illumination that would light up the entirety of down there.
I will whisper to the party. I'm going to check it out quietly.
Okay.
If you need strength, just give us a call.
Right. And I will stealth.
Okay, roll your stealth.
Ugh. 15.
or I will not steal.
Luckily for you, you go down the steps and you don't make any ruckus. There's maybe a couple like tiny little pebbles that kind of crack down the staircase as you're going down, but you get down to the bottom and you see that this is a natural cavern underneath this area, and there's a table in the back corner with all sorts of vials that are kind of cracked and leaned up against each other, and it looks like somebody has been using this table for some kind of alchemical purpose. And there are 3 skeletons laid out on the ground.
I'm going to perception before I step any further into the room.
Go ahead and roll your perception check.
This is my perception. Nope. 5.
Yeah, that's all you see is the 3 skeletons. They are laying north to south, so their feet are towards you and their heads are parallel to where you're at. So they're kind of like laying that way. And then the table is parallel or perpendicular to them. And you can see all these vials and potions that are laying up against it. And these things look like they're recent and they've been like kind of knocked over, and you can see this like dripping that's kind of...
You said the thing seems recent?
Yeah, you can tell that this stuff down here, the table and the glass and the skeletons don't look like they match the rest of the ambiance, because the table is in pristine condition. The glass, it's disheveled, it's messed up, like things are knocked over and everything, but they don't look decomposed. There's liquids in them that you can see that haven't like deteriorated, and you can see something has recently been spilled and is dripping down into the ground. And from this distance, you can see that the bottles are labeled, but you can't read the labels from here.
Thinking that I have surveyed the room, I am going to walk over to the bottles. Still quietly, though.
Roll another stealth check, please. What is everyone doing upstairs as he is doing this?
A heckin' of concern.
Faye is like at the base of the stairway, just keeping an ear out for anything like, fighting noises, cries of help, and she's got her hand on the handle of her cutlass ready to like pull it out if need be.
Okay. I will mechanically, the staircase is only about 20 feet down, so if we were to roll initiative, you would have enough time to make it down there on your turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If...
Yeah, no, she's keeping an ear out. She's concerned, but she's not like she's letting you do your thing.
But I got a 27.
Okay, yeah. You move like the shadows among the shadows. And you get across to the table, and as you're over there, you can see and get a clear view that these are pre-made labels. They're kind of like, they have the sticky back. Have you ever had like children's Tylenol or whatever on the bottle, and you peel it back and it has instructions on the inside, and then and it's got the logo on the front? That's exactly what these are. You peel it open and it tells you what the potion is, but on the front is clear as day and Acquisitions Incorporated logo.
God damn it! I hate those guys!
I look at, is there anything else on the table? Notes or?
There doesn't seem to be anything other than the and as you're a lot closer now, you get the sense that this was done in a hurried manner. Things seem to be kind of swept to the side.
Mm-hmm. And that's all that. See, I read on the labels of the potion or the vials or bottles that is Acquisition Incorporated.
Right, that's the logo on the front. As you open each one of them, you'll see that they're different alchemical potions. None of them are completed potions. They're all like ingredients to different things, and it looks like someone was trying to concoct things here.
Are any of them like worth taking? Like
they've all been spilled and dumped.
Oh, okay.
There's tiny little bits at the bottom of some of the vials that you could probably salvage, but there's not enough in the bottles that they would be. You'd still have to get more of the ingredients to use them.
They're not full reagents. I got you.
Right.
Do I see anything else in the room? Just the skeletons?
That's all you see. Those and the skeletons. You could take a closer look at the skeletons should you wish.
Yeah, well, someone has to press the red button.
Oh, we don't.
I won't investigate them, but I will stand over the skeletons and see if I can see how fresh these bones are.
Okay, for that I'm going to have you do a medicine check, but before you do that, you're going to very clearly be able to see that one is a dragonborn, one is a minotaur, and one is a human. And each of them seem to be wearing some sort of necklace around them.
18 for medicine.
These are not recent. They look like they've been recently dug up.
Oh, morbid. Okay. I will make my way to the halfway up the stairs and kind of signal for them to come down.
Faye signals to the other two up here with her that as she walks down.
And, I'll be at the bottom of the stairs, not like in. And when they get down there, I will let them know, like, just being safe. Those 3 skeletons over there, they have jewelry on them. I haven't touched them, but I found more evidence of Acquisitions Incorporated. They had some reagents down here for some type of potions and alchemy, but I don't see any notes, and this is fairly recent.
Why would they be making potions in a cavern underneath an abandoned temple? That's the really curious part about this.
No prying eyes.
Yeah.
No one seems to visit this place.
That's the thing. Why are they making something where they have to be out of prying eyes?
I'm interested in the jewelry, but...
Well, you want me to go get it? I've got no problem just touching jewelry, and she holds up the ring.
How's that going for you?
I mean, again, it's a bit tight fitting, but it's very nice. I enjoy the way that it looks. If you hold it up in the light. Oh, there's no light down here. And she goes over to a candle and tries to show the fluid essence of the gem.
As you're showing it off, you would notice that there's this almost black, oily, like, swirlness inside the red, round gem. And it kind of it has this luminescent, like, bio glow to it.
I didn't notice that before.
As you take it away from the candle flame, the bioluminescence kind of fades.
Well, I brought you down here in case anything happens, but I'm going to try to investigate those skeletons.
Sure, I can touch the jewelry if you're a little bit off in the heebie-jeebies. I know you're kind of off-put by the cold spots.
I'll be fine. Just
all right.
Watch my back.
Of course.
And I will go over to the Dragonborn and investigate the body and the jewelry that's on it.
Okay. The skeleton seems like it has been in the ground for a while, and recently recently unturned, I guess, pulled out of the ground. There's still some dirt. Yeah, there's still some dirt that clings to the skeleton. But as you pull the necklace, you see that it is a metal stamped out, kind of like a dog tag, and it has a name, and it says intern and has a number.
trade places with Ivan because he's gonna fuck these bitches up.
Oh, what did it just says intern?
Yeah, it has a name and a number. The number is 1023, and the name is Mara Ratley.
And I will just study the other two.
Okay. Same thing. They have an intern and a number. The other one is 1024. And that name is Wendell Caldwell. And the other one has intern number 1050. And the name is Dalton Wilton.
I'll take the dog tags with me. They might, if we ever come across these incorporated people, they might want to know that someone dug up their people, or whatever. Not seeing us anything around. Lyra, you have apparently better eyes than any of us here. You see anything that stands out?
No, because I'm not looking at anything. It's kind of scary down there.
Yes, but we have your back, right? So if anything happens, we're here.
Faye is just gonna kind of stand next to Lyra and like hold out her hand, and it's like, if it'll make you feel better.
She takes her hand.
Now, if you're really scared, you can squeeze it. I'm a strong girl. It doesn't matter.
It's okay. I'm not a strong girl. So I probably can't squeeze it very hard.
I mean, it's not about squeezing it very hard. It's about, if you're scared, you can squeeze my hand and I'll still hold you. I got you. You're here.
I'm squeezing your hand right now.
You're right. You're not very strong.
There's like a blood vessel in Lyra's head. Like,
Faye is just like looking at her hand unchanged, like, wow, I can see all the strength you're putting into that.
I don't understand. The clerics kept saying if I ate vegetables, it would make me stronger, but
yeah,
Did you drink your milk?
no, that's a little weird. Why do you collect milk from other animals and drink them?
Because it makes your bones stronger?
No, they don't.
Look, that's what my mother told me, and I drank all my milk.
Rook, did you also drink all of the milk from other animals?
When I was allowed to, yes.
Arden?
I did, yes.
She looks at you guys like you're the fucking weirdest people she has ever fucking met.
Join us, Lyra.
You're not
Join us.
wrong.
Become one.
necessarily.
Look, I'm not saying that it makes sense. I'm just saying that it works.
I don't like this.
But
She's
besides,
like starts squeeze like she gives the other hand.
All right. Now I can start feeling something there.
I was like, but do you see anything? You were able to see some weird lights. Are you seeing them down here?
No, there's like maybe we should just go back upstairs. She's like kind of slowly like just backing up.
All right. Well,
Was this the only room down here?
This is the only room, yes. It's just a natural cavern. There's no actual structure to it, other than the staircase that leads back up.
Does there seem to be any other passageways outside besides the tunnel? No, just...
No,
I
it's
forgot to ask. What were the names of the ingredients? Were there specific names, or are they just random reagents used for alchemy?
Yeah, just random reagents.
Okay.
I didn't go that in depth in my notes. Sorry.
No, I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Gotta
no.
be more prepared.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
One
damn
job.
it, Joe.
Is Ronald going to
My immersion!
But my immersion.
She's gonna step back, but she's still gonna watch, but kind of like from a safe distance.
Faye's arm is just like held out between the two of them.
She's like looking like from behind you guys.
Well,
there's like a spooky mist, and there's like this blue and light, and it's like, and she does it like behind her, like down the other way, like trying to copy the light that she sees with prestidigitation.
Yeah. So if you're copying that with the light, then you guys would see this like natural crack that kind of starts real small and then kind of expands and gets a little bit bigger. Not any more than like 6 inches wide at any point in the crack.
Joe, is that what Lyra would have seen before she was sucked into the material plane?
Very similar.
Yeah. She's definitely gonna watch it.
It's not doing anything other than you see that kind of mist pouring out of it and kind of hovering over the ground.
Specifically see that, Lyra?
She like points to it. It's like when I was back at home, and that's what I saw, and then I went to it, and then I touched it, and then I was here.
All right, then I'm with.
But it didn't have misty stuff coming out. I don't like the misty stuff coming out of it. I don't think we should touch it. I think...
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with Lyra on this one. If that's something similar to what's brought her here, we should probably keep away from it. But
we should tell somebody.
Knowing what I know about the task that my patron has asked for me, I would like to go over to the area that Lyra has indicated, and I would like to make an Arcana check.
Okay. As you're walking across there again, you don't see any mist. You see the ground. You see the 3 skeletons. Yeah. And when you get over to where she pointed, you do see a crack in the cavern, but it's not lit up. It's just a natural crack in the cavern.
Yeah, but I remember that she was talking about the light, and I kind of just want to like put my feelers out there, if I could.
Yeah, roll an Arcana.
I believe in you.
Big money, big money.
You got this.
No, I don't. I'm rolling crappy tonight.
No whammies, no whammies.
That's a 9.
9.
You do get a very, very faint sense that there's something magical in this area, but it's you cannot put your finger on it. Like there's no way to kind of go any further than that.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, unless anyone else has any ideas, I guess since 2 of us feel it's unsafe, I'm okay with leaving this and then letting the authorities know in the morning.
Let them know now. What if something spooky comes out of there?
Fair enough. Did we see anything that looks like a town guard or like a sheriff?
There was a single like a bastion, like a tower.
Yeah.
Looked like there were probably a guard or 2 there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is a real small settlement, so it wasn't a very big building, but
Right. Let's get out of here. It's starting to give me the more heebie-jeebies than I already gave me. And we'll let the authorities know. And we can all go take a nice, long sleep.
And a bath.
That too. So I guess we start heading out. Unless something stops us, Joe. I'm heading towards the bastion.
okay. So you go back up the steps, and Yeah, you get out of the temple and you're heading back towards the bastion.
My shoes on.
You
Good
put
idea.
your shoes on.
Well met. There seems to be
Pardon me.
something creepy going on in the beneath the church.
Before you interact,
Oh, sorry.
you get to the that's all right. You get to the bastion and it is closed up, and it doesn't look like there's anybody on a night watch.
You know, this town would probably be really easy to rob in the middle of the night.
Doesn't look like there's really anything to rob. Maybe that they would do reverse robbing and then leave things for them because they feel bad.
Hey, I think we went to the wrong profession. I'm kidding. But I kind of knock on the door.
So you knock on the door and you hear some rumbling, some like, and then it's quiet again.
Guess we're letting them know in the morning that there's.
Faye walks up and like bangs on the door.
You hear what sounds like somebody falling out of a bed, like this, and then you hear some rustling, and then you hear a zipper, zip, and then the door unlocks, and you hear it creak open, and you are met with a red kobold,
Oh,
bright yellow eyes.
that's what Lyra says.
Oh, what do you want?
There's some spooky shite happening in the abandoned temple, and we thought you should know about it.
A fight?
No.
No. Apparently, someone dug up 3 skeletons, and
Are they
Was
moving
the-
around?
No.
Not
You can go
yet.
check. You can go check for yourself.
I can go with you.
Give me a minute.
And the door shuts.
Lizard person.
No.
The door
Well,
opens.
He's
He's so cute. Do you see him with his eyes?
Yeah, he's standing right here.
Ow. My ears. Please don't.
Okay, she does that.
Show me what the problem is.
Alright.
She takes his hand.
This person is like 3.5 foot tall. And like
It's
I
like
said,
mid thigh on Faye at most.
bright red, and has 2 horns that kind of come up in a
Aw.
and he's wearing this big chain, like gold chain that has blue opal like things on it. And he doesn't have a shirt on. He just has these like pants with this like heavyweight champion style kind of belt on it.
I love it.
She loves him
He's got
so
flip
much.
flops and a big ass warhammer that's the size of Lyra,
Oh, bald barbarian.
and he's just like dragging it behind him.
Joe, I'm letting you
And the
know, I'm
war
kidnapping this cobalt. He's
Yeah, sorry. This is part of the party now. Lyra like grabs his hand and just is so excited. And she's like leading him the way.
She's like,
Where are you from? Where are you from?
His tail is like dragging in the dirt, and he's kind of standing in a different posture than what you're used to seeing. This particular kobold is like, he's got some short forearms, and he's like
Tyrannosaurus.
very like a raptor. Yeah. Thank you, Star.
He's
Forever kobolds in my mind now.
got the hammer he's doing this with, because little arms.
So he's dragging his tail behind him, and he's just kind of like slumped over, and it's like,
It's magic.
My face hurts.
My name is Kirkad.
I was about to say, we don't even know his name and we're already abducting him.
My name's Kirkad, and I am the town's guard tonight. Why did you have to have trouble tonight?
his eyes are kind of half
it was,
closed.
it wasn't on purpose. We didn't do it on purpose.
What did you say, the temple? There's a fight in the temple.
No, there's shite in the temple.
Somebody shite in the temple. Why are you calling me for this?
He puts his hammer down.
That's
No,
not
no,
the
no.
kind of shite I'm talking about.
There's some spooky stuff happening in there, and there's like this big. She makes the prestidigitation. Yeah. And then there's some
That's the shite.
fog coming out, like, and she's like 2 inches off the ground, like.
And I tell them, and there's 3 skeletons that someone dug up very recently.
The fog was going in on top of it.
Look, we've got 3 grave robbings and some other possible shenanigans.
Grave robbings. Ah, I see. He picks up the warhammer and puts it up on his shoulder.
Okay, lead the way. Should have led with that.
Eating.
Yeah, I'm assuming Lyra like pulls him to the
If
thing
it
ahead of
weren't,
us.
if it weren't for the fucking hammer, she'd be probably carrying him. Honestly.
Faye is just like casually strolling behind the 2 of Lyra and the kobold. She's just kind of going along with it.
I just leaned in and was like, wasn't she like not wanting to even be down there 2 seconds ago?
She really wasn't, but I think that the creature we have awoken has awoken something in her.
I'm happy again. Very fickle, this one.
So the kobold and you all go back to the temple, and he kind of looks at the door, looks up.
What happened to the door? It wasn't like this afternoon.
The gods directed that there should be more airflow in the temple.
Oh, that's good. The gods are back.
Aye.
Alright, well, where's the trouble?
I will lead him to the back room with the hole leading to the staircase.
Okay. As you get back to the area, you notice that the floor doesn't have the hole anymore. It's covered with stone floor. He comes in there and he's like,
Yeah, it's a bedroom. This is horrible. Where are the bodies?
I will do an investigation.
roll an investigation.
Lyra just runs right into the middle of the room, like, and the hole is right here.
You ain't investigating squat.
That is unfortunate.
Has anyone seen the floor?
I feel like this is some magical BS, and I would like to do an Arcana check.
Go for it.
That's a natural 1.
You are absolutely convinced that this is an illusion. 100%
High five.
convinced.
Faye, high five.
We solved the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to where the door was, and assuming I don't fall through an illusion.
You do not. Lyra is standing right on the center of where this
like
standing.
knock on it and see if it sounds hollow, like there's a door.
Okay. As you knock on the stone, it sounds like stone.
That is a very convincing bit of magic right there. You know.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I don't see any bodies, and y'all woke me up, and
They were under the floor. I'm telling you, their square that they're standing on wasn't there.
All right. You swear to it?
Oh, by the light of the thunder.
Is that one? Okay. That's, yeah. Step aside.
Moves back.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Is that one of the gods? Oh, right. It's this one.
He sets down his warhammer, and he leans back, and you see him move his whole body forward because his arms can't really move, and he just whack the floor, and there's a crack. that splits, and you feel this rush of air. It seems to be hollow underneath indeed. Stand back. And he takes a couple swipes before it crumbles underneath, revealing the staircase.
Told you, that was very strong illusion magic right there.
Yeah, sure, illusions. Alright, you said there's bodies down here, right?
Yes.
Stand back. And he puts himself in front of Lyra and everyone and starts to head down with his hand gripped on to the warhammer. And he kind of waddles down the staircase.
I follow behind.
I'm behind Rook.
I'm behind every adult.
And as you get to the bottom, he looks around. There is a torch going, and he can see the table in the back with the smashed glass remnants and vials and stuff. But there are no skeletons on the ground.
Lyra's holding Arden's hand.
What happened here?
I would say whoever put the door back on is taking the bodies with them.
All right.
Because they were definitely here.
We all saw them.
I believe you.
There was a human, a minotaur, and what was the other one?
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Oh. Well, here's what we're gonna do. And he turns around to look at all you. There's obviously no bodies here now. But I do believe you saw something down here because you led me to this spot. But there's nothing we can do now. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
You can tell by your sundial on the watch on your wrist.
It's a moon dial.
Oh, it's very advanced.
Yeah, it doesn't work
It
down
works-
here. I just made that
works
up. I don't
underground.
know what time it is because we're inside. It's late and I'm tired and y'all woke me up and there's nothing I can do about this here scene. So come by the bastion in the morning and report. Make an official report to the guard on duty.
And if the door is back, and she points up to him.
I smashed through it. I mean, if somebody's that dedicated, I know there's a hole under the door and we can get back in.
All right.
Does that sound good to you? Oh,
That will do.
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention.
fantastic. I'm not repeating myself. I'm going back to the bastion. Y'all are gonna make a report in the morning. And
Good night, buddy.
yeah,
Thought you weren't repeating yourself?
I did repeat myself, didn't I?
I'm sorry, what?
And now you're just fucking with me. And he starts walking up the steps.
Arden,
Yes, Lyra.
did he see the bodies?
He did not.
Did he see the...
I don't think so. None of the rest of us can see that.
But you believe me, right?
I believe you.
Okay. He's not mad at us, right?
He'll get over it. He's a little cranky from being woke up, but he'll be fine. I've been woken up like that many times in the night.
I'm sorry. She pats his arm.
It's okay. He'll be fine. We'll make a report in the morning. We'll get someone to look.
All right. Well, Lyra, you're rooming with Faye, and we already have our rooms, and I'm getting tired. We got a long trip in the morning, and plus we got to make sure we report.
Well, depending on how the investigation goes, our trip might be delayed.
At the end of the day, we still have a mission we have to take care of first.
Of course, I'm all about getting to, finding the cargo in the missing caravan. I want to get paid. But, there's something
I
here.
also like paid. Paid is nice.
trying to figure out how to go home.
We'll get you home.
This is the best leading way that I know can take me home, but not that one. She like looks back down there like,
Let's get out of here.
All right, let's get to our rooms.
Okay. So you climb back up the staircase, and all the crumbled boulders from the false floor have been kind of strewn across the staircase, so you kind of have to weave up. And you get up and you walk outside the temple. And as you're walking back towards the tavern, I need everyone to make a perception check.
Oh, goody.
Wow, that's actually a decent roll.
Yay!
14.
That
is a total of 20.
Ooh, nice.
And 19.
All right.
Yeah, what do we call that on 20?
flaccid.
There we go.
I've always called it a gentleman's 20 in my home games.
It's not a gentleman's 20 when I do it.
Anyway, Arden and Faye, in between the temple and the tavern, as you're walking down the street, down one of the alleys, you see a shadow kind of hunched over, dragging something.
Oh, I'm running after it.
Faye, no, rooms are that.
Lyra's gonna follow since we're supposed to be in the same room.
I see Faye run after something, and either she's finally cracked and gotten super drunk, or there's something that needs to be taken care of.
Or both. Why not both?
Both is good.
I will
Both is probably accurate.
run after as well.
Okay, so you take off down the alley, and you reach this individual in a cloak. You can't see what type of person it is because there's a black cloak covering this person, and the hood is pulled up, and you see them dragging what look like 3 burlap sacks.
I want to, not even, looking at the sacks. I want to, focus on this cloaked figure, and I want to, just kind of, run up and, grab them or, give them against the wall. I want to make a grapple against them, but, just the flavor of it is either I'm grabbing them, or if there's a wall to put them against, I'm putting them against the wall.
Okay, there's no wall out here because you've passed the buildings and you're out in the open back here, but you can definitely grapple onto them, so roll a... it's not a grapple check in 5e, it's a strength check.
It's an athletics.
Yes.
Contested.
Don't have his stat sheet up.
Oh, I hope he rolls poorly.
Oh, he rolled pretty poorly. That's a 3.
Hey, that's a 6 for me.
Hey,
It's the
you both
saddest
look
grapple ever. Like a
So-
slap fight until one of them gives
yeah,
up.
until one of you conveniently trips.
No, he's got the 3 burlap sacks, so as you're grappling on, he's just kind of moving his shoulders,
Yeah.
and he's about the same height as you. But
What
you're
are you
able to
doing out here?
grab.
What are you doing out here with these sacks?
I'm transporting.
What is in the sacks?
Potatoes?
I come up behind him and kind of pull the hood back.
I want to make an insight check on the potatoes. I'm pretty sure he's bullshitting, but I want to make an insight
Okay,
check.
you roll your insight, and you roll your... What did you pulled the
I was
hood back, and then
pulling-
what
yeah,
did
pulling the
Arden
hood
do?
off.
I'm just standing at the ready in case
Okay.
he's
11
runs
insight.
Lyra's just standing there with a smile. What? What's happening?
potatoes. I love potatoes.
Oh yeah, I love potatoes.
So
that-
you could tell it's not potatoes. He threw that out there as a defense. And as you pull the hood down, you see a long flock of white hair, silver and white, and a long, scruffy white beard, and this dark, almost purplish grayish skin, and some pointy ears, as he turns his head and has a completely surprised look on his face and goes, "Oh!" and snaps his fingers, and everything but the cloak just kind of evaporates. And you are now
Do the-
holding onto a cloak, and there are 3 sacks in front of you.
Open the sacks. I'm sure those are the skeletons.
They are, in fact, the skeletons.
Oh
Was that-
no.
Can I do a nature or to know what that was? Or what he was?
I think you'd be able to identify it because races are common. Like, there's lots of races in the Sword Coast, and you would immediately be able to identify that as an older drow.
Okay. I didn't want to just assume.
Oh, no, I totally assumed.
Did he
He could have been a moon
use
elf.
invisibility or teleport?
Maybe
As
he
soon as
got in trouble.
you're still holding the cloak.
Yeah, there's nothing here, Arden. There, it's just a cloak.
I make a quick perception to see if I if
Mhm.
he just teleported.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Lyra's also looking like, oh no, he might be in trouble. I hate it when that happens. One time I did that, and then I was somewhere, and I
Nope.
didn't know where I was, and it was very scary.
13.
You're not able to find anything immediately, nope.
14. Yes, 14.
There doesn't seem to be any evidence of this person around at this particular
You
time.
guys scared him. He got
Did I
scared,
get
and he disappeared. Why would you guys do that?
Did I get a
Because-
good enough look at him that if I described it to maybe a town guard who does sketches for wanted ads, we'd be able to get a
You
face.
got a good enough look that you would be able to describe the facial features and everything of this individual, yes.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Lyra's eyes turn gray.
I opened the sack.
would
Did
you
you
guys-
open the sack already?
Why would you guys do
Yeah,
that?
they're the skeletons.
Yeah, there's 3 burlap
Lyra,
sacks in
he
each
was
one.
literally carrying the dead bodies we found.
But we don't know why he was carrying the dead bodies. You guys can't just be mean like that to people. What if he was just putting them back or cleaning them? You guys can't just.
Arden, you'll notice the back end of the cloak has a embroidered symbol on it. It's a sigil. And Faye, on the front of the cloak, there is an enamel pin.
What's the enamel pin?
The enamel pin is an A with an I underneath it.
That's what I figured.
And yeah, what's the sigil? What's the thing
Roll a
on the back?
history check.
Roll a history check. Do I have some of that? I do. I'm pretty good at that, actually. 14.
Hey.
You recognize the symbol. You've seen it in a book before. Read about it. There is a particular school of mages that use this symbol to identify themselves. But beyond that, you're not able to really place it.
Okay, then.
Well, this bloke was Acquisitions Incorporated. I can see that by the paint on his cloak.
What's with those guys lately?
Well, they're doing some shady shit. If, him trying to take the bodies and hide the secret room is anything to go by, because I bet that he was the one that hid the secret room.
Right.
Seems
I will-
likely.
Go towards Lyra, who's probably still sobbing, and
She's walked over there.
listen. That is not how I would have handled the situation, but Faye acted and I responded in kind, and that guy was doing something bad. We know
She turns around and she's just. But you should have stood up for him. And you should have did the right thing instead of just doing the wrong thing just because she was doing the wrong thing. You coward. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Oh my goodness.
I sit down next to her. I was like, no, you're right. I should have handled that differently, and in the future I will. But I'm pretty certain that guy was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
You scared him and now we won't know.
We will.
Maybe he's stuck in a closet somewhere, or maybe he's teleported into a kitchen that's gonna yell at him for being in there in the language he doesn't understand. Well, he's probably really scared.
Okay,
I give her a hug.
I have to ask at this point, why would he be stuck in a closet?
I don't know.
don't
Somehow deep down inside, I just feel like I know this drow somewhere who's probably really aggressive because he's trapped in the closet.
Okay.
Maybe that's why he's such a dick.
Metaphorical closet, you mean? Not like a literal closet.
Rook, when you hug Lyra, she's like ice cold. She's like ice.
Okay. So, after everything kind of settles down,
cool.
Yeah.
What's cool?
Faye's gonna take the burlap sacks with her as evidence of, hey, look, like, so she's got the cloak and the burlap sacks.
It's gonna look like we did it.
Sweet.
Okay.
I haven't been chased by villagers in weeks.
We led him to the room.
Oh no, that was me, not Lyra.
Yeah. Lyra's still crying.
Lyra's having an emotional breakdown.
If she's like not moving, I will like just pick her up.
She's just oppressed.
Okay.
She just lays there limp. This is the saddest thing ever.
So you get back to the tavern, and you'll notice that the three individuals that were there are no longer there, and you have made it just in time for before the barkeep locks up.
Wait, hold the door, sir.
Hold door? What?
Lyra starts crying more.
Pretty sure I spaced out the words, but yeah, that works.
He holds the door open for you as you come. He's like, "Oh, what? What?
It's evidence. The Bastion didn't want to talk to us tonight, so we're taking it by in the morning."
Well, can you leave it outside? It's
No.
Frank.
Someone's gonna come and steal it by, and you shouldn't really be able to smell too much except for the dirt, since all the meat has decayed at this point. But if you're smelling something, then you've got a nice nose on you. I'm impressed.
Lyra sadly makes it smell like flowers. Sad flowers.
Oh, that's definitely
Flowers.
Yes.
It's like the cheap perfume that you like spray over top of it. Doesn't really like make it better. It just masks the scent.
Yeah.
I will.
Lyra's like over the shoulder bump, like this is how I imagine, just depressed.
He was like carrying her.
Perhaps maybe we swap roommates since she's kind of indisposed.
Oh, no, it's fine. I can just place her in the bed dead.
All
And
right.
leave
Yeah,
her
no,
there.
I mean, I was just, maybe she'd feel better.
Slithers out from his arms.
I was thinking, since you two are more friendly, that maybe she'd feel
starting
better.
She's like moping to the stairs.
Lyra, you don't even know which one it is.
I'll figure it out.
Oh my
I'm
God.
smart.
I've got the key, Lyra. Just wait for me.
She just slowly collapses on the stairs, just like, what if he never comes back?
We'll find him.
What if he teleported into the ocean?
Then we'll definitely find him. I've got connections in the ocean.
What if he went somewhere we can't get him, like the fire plane?
I pick her up again. It's fine. All right, yeah, we can switch rooms. It's fine.
And then she'll just toss him the key.
Grab it, and I just place her in the bed.
I hope you don't mind having 3 skeletons in the room. She turns to Arden.
I did, I've slept in weirder places, honestly. It's all good.
I poke my head out of the doorway. That's a story for another time. But I'm tired.
Yes, good luck to you.
All right.
And then, like,
Sorry, but I'm not.
As Rook closes the door, he's like, "Oh shit! I just realized what Faye just did."
Reverse wingman.
Boom.
All right. So, you're all in your rooms. It is a quiet evening. You are able to unwind for a little bit before going to bed. The doors and windows lock, so there's no need to have a night watch in this place. You feel like this is a fairly safe city. All
Safe for tonight.
circumstances,
No,
all
I don't.
circumstances set aside.
Not really.
Right, except for the 3 dead people in the room with us.
First of all, I just saw a drow dragging dead body.
Lyra sniffs and she's like, "Hey, Rook,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how sad I get, don't let me fall asleep."
What? Why can't you fall asleep when you're sad?
She like slowly rolls over and like just gives you this look.
Oh boy. I kind of like.
And then she rolls back over. She's like, "You know why?"
Good luck, my friend.
"Oh no, what if it was my fault he disappeared?" She like grabs the pillow and like just.
I sit on the edge of the bed and I just like. There. Soft kitty one.
And copyright strike. Thank you.
You two have a pretty rough night as you're trying to console Lyra the entire night. But the other two...
I mean, yeah, the weirdest thing about it is that there's 3 skeletons in a burlap sack.
Right.
Yeah.
Down.
Eventually you fall asleep, and we'll start episode 3 in the morning.
Hey.
I will say though, if Lyra does fall asleep, Rook would probably sleep on top of the roof.
Go out the window and
That's
up
gonna
and...
save you, honey.
No, like not like he'll keep the window cracked so that if she cries out, he can hear her, but he will sleep on top of the roof.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty nice night. There's no wind, and it's about 70 degrees.
Until she goes all fire starter or something in the middle of the night.
So it's Savannah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, basically.
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Neverwinter.
Hey.
So,
Hey.
thank you so much for joining us on episode 2. We will be back with episode 3 in 2 weeks. This is a bi-weekly stream, so check us out next episode.
February 9th.
Yeah, thank you. I was looking at the
I'm here.
calendar. I'm like,
I
where?
got you, Joe.
So February 9th is our next episode. Be sure you join us tomorrow for the next episode of The Hidden. And then Thursday for Barovia Beckons. And then pay attention Friday and Saturday. We have more podcast releases coming out.
You can catch me on almost every single one of those things.
Cat is crazy.
Oh, and this Sunday.
Sunday.
We come back with
Sunday season 2.
D&D in space.
You will not want to miss that episode.
I'm excited.
At premiere, as things are about to get wonky as they entered a quasar. So, yeah.
Say that 10 times fast.
Entered a quasar, entered a quasar, entered a quasar.
Faster, Joseph.
That's the best you're gonna get.
It's late.
For all updates and everything, check out thenerdasylum.com. All our activities, podcasts, shows, and more, and blog posts, and all that stuff is at thenerdasylum.com. So be sure to check that out. And as always, be sure you're checking out our Neverwinter Extra Life page. The
Yes.
link is in the chat.
Yes, it is.